friends. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I hope you're all having a wonderful week. So, welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we are decorating an apartment in San Myshuno. This is 1312 21 Chic Street, and it is Penny Pizzazz's old apartment. And this apartment comes out so bright and fun. That was my whole goal, was I wanted to use every color, just bright crazy colors, just happy vibes with just so much color. And then my other goal for this apartment was to do it for a hobby enthusiast, which, you know, like myself, means that they collect every single hobby possible. I feel like they do a lot more of each hobby than I do. I know that I will start a hobby and then be obsessive over it for a couple weeks and then put it down for months or years and then pick it back up. But the vibe here that I wanted to go with was they just love every hobby so much, and they just have hobbies all over the apartment and for different skills. So I just wanted to fit as many hobby and skill items as I could in this apartment, just cram all of them in here. So as you can see, the color scheme I'm going for is color. Yes, every color. I'm just choosing the most bright, fun, happy options that I can to just bring in every single color that I possibly can. Orange is really prevalent, as is blue, but I do try to bring in literally every other color. And I do hop around this apartment a lot. I could not just focus on one space at a time because I wanted to I just wanted to have fun. So I'm sorry if it's kind of all over the place. I did just go where the moment took me. I did this in one sitting. I sat down and just built this. And I did it while watching Cheaper by the Dozen, the movie with Steve Martin and Hilary Duff, Allison Stoner, Bonnie Hunt. And so as I'm watching this back, I'm remembering each part of the movie, and that's one of my favorite things about building and watching things while I build, is when I'm watching the video back or doing the voiceover, I am remembering what I watched. And I love it. It's just so fun. So over here we get kind of a craft area for like knitting and sewing and cross stitch. And then over here is going to be the living area. And over here we get a bunch of the board games, the boxes of board games. So as we go through the apartment, I'll tell you each of the hobbies I think that they have. And you guys let me know what you think I could have fit, what else, if you think I could have fit another hobby in here. I know that we get, right now we're doing the bathroom. I struggled to find a sink that had a bright color that I wanted, so I went with this one from the Country Kitchen kit, I believe, because it had a bright, fun swatch, and that's what I was really going for. And of course we use these towels from the newer kits, or the Growing Together, from Growing Together, right? And then here we get this tile table, which I thought was perfect for this apartment. And now we're trying to fit in a dresser in here because I wanted a spot in the bedroom to clutter up with like the hair dryer and some creams and lotions and stuff. So I put a dresser down in here just so I could clutter it up. And then also in this bedroom we get a meditation stool, a yoga mat, a ton of plants. I really thought that one of the hobbies this sim loves is plants. Not necessarily gardening, but plants. They're a plant lover. They are a knitter. They like cross stitch. They like art. They like music. They like video games. They like writing. They like board games and puzzles. What else do they like? They like so many things. Also, I do want to note that I did forget a trash can. Your eyes are not deceiving you. I forgot a trash can. But I noticed it before I uploaded this to the gallery. So there is the trash can from the Pastel Pop Kit, which is the best one for this apartment. There is one over in the corner behind the dining table, between the dining table and the counter. So there is a trash can. I did forget, but there's a trash can. Also, if you download this, you might notice that there are a few additions that are not in the video or screenshots, and that's because after I edited the entire video, I realized that I should have added nifty knitting objects. And I didn't want to add like a whole bunch of them to like really change the vibes of the apartment without them being in the screenshots or the video. So all I did was add a few of the plants, the hanging plants from Nifty Knitting. I really wish that I had remembered to add some of the objects that you can knit, like the stuffed objects, like Yarny and the penguin and the octopus. I really wish that I had thought to add those. I think that those would have really brought the idea together for this apartment, but I didn't think about it, so there's none of those. But in the uploaded version, there is a few plants in the corners of this apartment from the Nifty Knitting kit because I felt like I just needed them. I couldn't upload it without it. So over here we get some wall plants, and then in the dining room we get a bunch of clutter on all these spots, like some memory books. Maybe they like scrapbooking. We get a friendship bracelet kit on the desk, the writing desk. Here we get both knitting bags and a cross stitch box, and I think a speaker, a light, I think it's just a light in the other one. And then over here we get a couple guitars, and then later on, or right now, I struggled to figure out where to put this. I needed an easel though, it was necessary. So I managed to get it to fit here, and this apartment is completely functional. I did have to scoot the bed over just a tad for them to get around it. And I don't know, I didn't check if they could get into the one dining chair now that the trash can is there. But this is a 1 to 2 sim apartment, so you don't really need 4 seats anyway, so I'm sure it's fine. On this little table with the TV, we get some candles and some more plants, because again, they love plants. And then we get some bright, fun curtains. And I do add a curtain in the bedroom as well. I don't remember which one. Oh yeah, these. I just tried to grab every bright, fun object in this game and put it in this apartment. That was my goal. I wanted it to be bright and just fun and just kind of hurt your eyes a little bit when you look at it. And I think that I accomplished that. I think that it really worked. So color scheme is just yes. There's all the colors. There's colors. Ask me about a color. Go ahead. Ask me about it. Yep, that's in there. Yep, that's also in there. Every color. It's all in here. Except for maybe black. Maybe there's no black, but that doesn't count. I meant the bright, fun colors, like yellow and blue and pink and purple and orange and green. Is that all the colors? Red? Is there red? Oh no. Is there red? The red shelf doesn't count. Here I am using the red shelf to place some clutter more precisely on top of this desk, because I needed clutter everywhere. They're hobby enthusiasts. They collect everything. They needed all of the clutter. All of it. Just every piece of clutter. I really enjoyed this little mirror by the front door, which I did cover up the front door with a different door, and it does function like this because I didn't like the dark brown door. I didn't like it. It did not match my vibes, so I covered it up with a different door because it was just standing out too much. Over here we get a couple pieces of clutter up on this. The only thing I didn't clutter up is the shelf above the desk. And again, if I'd thought to use the nifty knitting items, I probably would have put them there. So if you download this house, maybe your sim can put this apartment, maybe your sim can put their crafting creations up on that little shelf. Here we are cluttering, just cluttering everything. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Delicious. Just cluttering everything, just adding everything possible. I went through the whole category. Anything that had a bright swatch is in this apartment. There's just so much. And I do go back and clutter up the kitchen. I know that I placed the kitchen items first and then didn't finish the kitchen, but I was so focused on just grabbing everything possible to show that this sim loves every hobby and every skill and every activity. Here's the box that I feel like they use for scrapbooking, and we get some magazines, and I use the gaming cover to kind of bring in the idea that they love games other than on their PC. So I thought that that was a good little detail to show that hobby. We get a plant on the table that I sized down a little bit because it was kind of big. And then here we are cluttering up the kitchen. We just get some things on this counter, and then a couple of items on the counter in the corner, and then the counter to the left of the stove is the one that your Sims can cook on. That's the one that I left free for them to be able to just cook everything. So here I am adding a camera so that shows that they like photography, and then a snowboard, that's what it's called, right? And a soccer ball to show that they do somewhat like some sports, but maybe they're less into sports. I feel like they're very introverted. I feel like they don't really like to leave their house. They like to just do their hobbies at home, and that is me. I collect hobbies at home. The only thing I didn't add in this apartment that I had on my list to add was bookshelves. And I am a little disappointed that I didn't find a way to fit that in, but I just forgot. But I think maybe they just haven't gotten to that hobby yet. Maybe they haven't gotten to the point where they are collecting books. So if you play with this kind of idea, then maybe you can add that. Maybe you can add some bookshelves or some piles of books. That would be really, really cute. I should have added piles of books. Dang it. I think we are getting to the end of the video here. I think the last thing we're going to do is change the lights to give some bright, fun lights, and then add a little shelf on the right side of the bed. And I believe that that is it for this apartment. I hope that you liked it, and I hope that this was fun for you as it was for me. I really had so much fun with this, and I love it so much. I love you guys so, so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you in a few days. Have a great time. I hope you're all well. Bye, friends. Oh, real quick before I go, this will be up on my gallery, which is AudynRo. You could find it down below, as well as the links to my Twitch, Discord, Twitter, and Instagram. And I hope to see you there. Enjoy the screenshots, friends. Bye!